Cold one today. That was it. Stay tall, I stay committed. Tall, committed. Every time. Every time. Every time. You know how there's like days where you feel like you got it, you can't miss, and then there's days where you feel like you just can't swing a club? Today's one of those days where I feel like I can't miss. Oh, all right, when I said that, I missed. Man, don't move this foot back. Man, my lineup has been off really bad the last couple of days. There we go. Hit the stick, why don't you? Go in. That was way better. What's up, everybody? You're in here, you have some questions about your golf swing, ask me some questions. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. $84 of you. Someone's got to have a question. Ask me a question about your swing. I will tell you what I think. Right now I got an 8-iron in my hands. I'm working on ball placement as well as I'm working on making sure I'm shallowing the club, not getting it too far behind me, but making sure I'm getting that pull down to about there, letting that club come from the inside of the ball like that. Feeling some rotation is super important for me. Getting those hands moving, chest turning down and through, so much better. Hey, Farhana Dolly. I didn't know you could do emoji things like that. Yes, please. I want to feel this. There it is. God, that's so good. Put me on the team, coach. Today I golfed and found a Pro V1X. Hey, gold mine. Look at that. You just made it worth it. Just made it worth it. I wish you guys could see the ball flight because, oh man. Put me on the tour. Put me on the friggin' tour, dude. Thailand time, 23. Wow, that's late or early, one of the two. Nice doing my wrist and my backswing. So, I am different than most. And by most, I mean I try to do exactly what Rory McIlroy does because he's got the most pretty swing. Okay, so he feels that he doesn't do anything with his wrists as he comes back, up, down, through. The only movement would be here, back to square. The club face is never opening through the impact or through the takeaway. So it's actually not that I'm doing anything with my wrists. I'm getting here, setting, pulling down, here, set, pull down. I'm not letting my wrist be manipulated at all is the goal here. So really feeling the takeaway being long, club face square, square. Takeaway long, club face stays square the whole time. Dang. That guy right there just had a monster hat on, a monster polo, monster socks, and monster shorts. Pretty wild. If you had to bring only 4 sticks to practice at the driving range as a beginner, what would you bring? Does a putter count in that? Because I'd practice putter. Driver, pitching wedge, like approach wedge, 58-60, and putter, and if not a putter, probably like a long iron, like a 4 or 5. Whenever I drive, I struggle getting under it and just hitting line drives. What can I do? Move the ball slightly more forward in your stance if you're struggling with that. Or your setup is probably too tall like this. I want that right shoulder down like this, making sure my hips and shoulders stay square. As I swing, I want my head to stay behind the ball. I don't want my head to sway and transition this way because I'm not going to be able to get under it. I want my eyes and head to stay behind the ball to lift it, so I'll thin this one, but that's swinging up in the air. Head and eyes stay behind the ball, went up. Okay? Try that. Whenever I just, let's see. Here in Argentina, it's harder to find balls. Players look more for them. Balls aren't cheap. Yeah, I bet. Don't worry, we do that in California too, so I feel you. All 111 of you guys in there, if you guys are in here watching, you got questions about your swing, all I ask you guys drop a sub. I don't ask you guys for any monies. I just ask you subscribe to my channel, help me continue to grow, and then I'll continue to answer all your questions, golf questions for free. That's all I ask. Hit that sub button, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, help me grow, help brother out. I'm a plus 1.8 handicap, started at a 19, so I know what it takes to get to where I'm at. So I just try to answer all you guys' questions and give you feedback. Oh yeah, should have been a golfer. I have a problem with pulling or pushing my wedges. They just don't go straight 100 and in. Yeah, my guess is you're probably stopping your rotation somewhere. Okay, so if your rotation looks like this and you get to this point and your hands keep going, if your face is open, it's gonna push. Your face is closed, it's gonna snap. So I don't want that and then like, oh, I finished, right? I wanna feel that my weight gets to my front foot, I can press the ball, and then from this point here, I continue that rotation aggressively with my chest, impact, finish. Fastest part of my swing is the bottom of the swing when I'm 100 yards in, okay? 100 yards in, fastest part of my swing, that's your goal. So when I'm taking an approach like, and I'm 100 yards away, I want here, fastest part of my swing, making sure I'm making compression and impacting on the ball. So try that. Thanks, yeah, drop a sub, I really appreciate it. How to fix my driver slice. So if you're slicing your ball, there's 4 keys we need to be looking at. One is your grip. Okay, I want my grip to be stronger. If it's too weak, I want my thumbs behind the club head. Number 2 is a takeaway. I want to make sure that club face stays square, like this, toe pointed down. I don't want my hands to roll open like this as I take that club away because that's going to open the face. I don't want the toe pointed up. Number 3, when I get to top, I want to make sure my wrists don't bow. Okay. Number 4, when I pull down from this point, I want to pull down, making sure that I'm not losing this hinge, and I want that toe to be pointed towards the ground. So as I rotate through, my club head stays square. So here, Here. Problem solved. It's just like that. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Hit that like button. Drop a sub for me. Give me some red hearts in there. Appreciate y'all. Share this to your friends. Hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. Where in the stance should I have my ball for my different irons? That's great. I'm going to help you answer that question. I am posting a video on this today actually, but I'll give you a rundown. Approach wedges, pitch 9.8, 7.65, 4-ish. Hybrid woods, probably around the same area. Driver. So right now I got an 8 iron. Middle. Transition down through. Every time. Every time. Bet. I'm going to the range right now. Thank you, sir. Yeah, no worries. Hey, I'll be live for probably 30 more balls. So go live. Drop that follow button, hit that sub button. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Sorry, how do I ensure a nice draw when hitting irons? I seem to only hit straight, which isn't a bad thing. No, that is not a bad thing. But if you're wanting to draw the ball, you have to come from more inside of the ball. Okay, so I'm not sure how much you can see here, but I want to feel this move where my club face is pointed out towards like first baseline, and then I'm rotating around and through. That means I'm coming from the inside of the ball. So I've got arcs that we want to be thinking of, right? So straight is down through, draw, inside, cut, outside. Okay, so draw, inside, make sure that club face is turning over, cut, outside, and straight would be just trying to keep that same arc through the ball. Does that make sense? Thanks, yeah, of course. Why am I hitting my low? I'm hitting it low right with my irons. You're probably exiting left too quick. So for example, weight's getting forward like this, too far. Hands are getting too far in front, face is staying open, and then you're pulling the handle left. That's gonna hit these low cuts, okay? I wanna feel more so that I finished long on that target line, okay? Target line longer. Weight doesn't get too far in front of the ball, and I'm not pulling my hands left too quick or off that lead leg too quick. Problem solved. Thanks. Pulling my iron shots. Most likely close face over the top. Show me a stinger. I got you. I got an 8 iron, but I can hit one low. I'm built different. Shout out Built Different Golf. Boom. That was good. That was real good. Come from the inside. I draw it. Whoo, baby. Look at that. Weight stays forward the whole time. Finish the hands low. Why can I flush my pitch through 8 iron, but can't hit my 7 iron and above? I can hit straight, but can't get them in the air any more than this. That'd be the problem. Yeah, it's a great question. Honestly, I'd have to see your swing, but if your swing starts when the longer iron starts to get taller and you're starting to try to lift that ball in the air, you're gonna hit them thin and they're gonna stay low. That's my guess, and my answer to that would be I've always got to make sure I'm taking compression and I'm not getting too far in front of the ball. If my hands are getting too far in front, it's going to be low. Okay, so I try to make sure that when I set up, I don't want like a crazy forward press like this. I want to be somewhat more neutral inside that pocket, and that's going to help promote those hands to stay a little bit more in front still, but slightly behind. I'm getting, why do I have a crazy slice trying to close the face, but it still slices? Yeah, most of the time if you're trying to stop a slice and you feel like you're closing the club face, then it's probably a weight issue or a rotational issue. So if you do everything correct, and I promise you this, okay? Because I've learned all through this. This is growing pains. If I do everything correct, but my weight stays back, that's gonna push those balls every single time. Even with a closed club face, it's gonna push. Just try to make sure your weight's getting front. What's your dream golf trip with the boys? Ooh, man, that's awesome. St. Augusta, probably in Ireland, or I really want to play, you know, the Masters course. There's a couple really cool courses. I don't know the names of them, but I saw in Utah on a video that are pretty legit, cool looking. I'd like to go out there. Thank you. Yeah, no worries. Future, also known as staying back. Yeah. Thank you. I'll try that. Yeah. Okay. Push, not slice. He said slice. I'm lost. Why do you have such a strong grip? I do not have a strong grip. But I live in Utah. Holler at me if you come this way. Dude, I've heard there's some really nice courses there. I've seen a couple on like Instagram Reels or something. I don't know what their names are, but like Mountain View, really cool looking courses. That'd be really sweet. I will, dude. Drop a sub, or even better yet, if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, DM me. I'll hit you up if I head that way. I'll follow you back if you have that. Definitely Diary is all of the tags. How do I stop pulling my driver left? Club face and path. So coming over the top with the closed club face, that's gonna stay left. I keep hitting the ball short and to the right with all my clubs. Short and to the right. Probably a weak club face. If we explain weak club face versus strong club face is toe pointed somewhere towards the ground, toe pointed slightly towards the sky, toe pointed towards the ground, square. Weak club face, toe pointed up, toe pointed really up, toe pointed up, weak, unsquare. So just club face awareness is what we're focusing on. Square, square. Okay, really trying to make sure that that toe stays somewhat closed through the whole swing. Sorry, I missed them. What do perspectives on becoming semi-pro or even PGA pro? What does it take being in my 30s realistically? Thanks, bud. Yeah. Well, I'm neither of those. I'm a plus 1.8 handicap, so I mean, I guess I've been told that I should go take my PAT a bunch and become a PGA pro, but it's a lot. It's really difficult. Like I have the course record at this course that I'm at right now, and it was a 61. And if I shot that at other courses, yay, great. I probably could do something cool, but like in order to make the cut, you have to be basically under par every single time at the level you're talking about, which is really, really difficult to do. Some days you have it and some days you don't. I'm a beginner golfer. Do you think I should just hit the range before I actually take? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Okay. How do you control distance of the approach? Keeping your weight back will cause pushes, but not slicing. Slicing is almost always caused by over the top, which is generally, yeah, so fled dube. It actually can't cause a slice if you're still exiting left with those hands. So weight back, exit left, causes a slice. Happens all the time. But what he's saying, good point. You are correct on what you are saying, but I wouldn't say it never does. Basically, you turn your shoulders to open before you make contact. Yep. When is your hips smart turning while your body stays on or behind the ball? That is correct. I hear you. Thanks for the insight. Yeah. How often do you clean your clubs? I should clean them more, but not that often. What's the basic for hitting it straight? So square club face, on path longer. So if I shallow and come from the inside, I'm gonna draw it. If I come outside to in, I'm gonna cut it. If I stay on one straight pendulum and just try to keep that club head going to my target line longer, then that's gonna promote a straighter ball flight. GIW, I think that's how can I improve my leg stance? My front foot keeps coming up. This is how. Take a ball. If you got youthful ankles, I wouldn't swing 100%, but I take a ball and put it under my front toes. Take my swing and make sure I'm rolling over that ball as I finish. Okay, that's gonna keep my weight on my heels because we wanna be heel heavy through the swing so my arms can clear, my hips stay back. And I wanna roll over that ball as I come through. transitioning down and through. Okay, try that. There's 205 of you in here. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. I give you guys free golf content. I'm a plus 1.8 handicap. I started at a 19, and I've worked my way down to what I am right now. So I know exactly how to fix 90% of your swings because I've had to go through the fixes to fix them. But I don't ask for any money. I just ask that you guys sub so YouTube will pay me. So hit that sub button, and I'll continue to answer all your questions for free. I'm live basically daily, really close to daily. I answer all your guys' golf questions, and I love doing it. So help a brother out. Hit that sub button, hit that thumbs up button, drop a follow. Help me grow. Hello, sir. I'm a beginner that started on August 7th. Wow. I broke 100 the other day. That's awesome. I don't understand when my driver became a draw now. I play my tee shots to go straight or right. Well, if it's drawing, your hands are probably getting active and your rotation is stopping. Okay, so if you look like this, if it's overdrawing, you're stopping rotation, hands getting active. Every time snaps to the left. So it could also be that you're not doing those things and your club face is getting active and the ball is just too far forward in your stance, and I'm coming through and I'm snapping my hands and I'm hitting that left ball. Okay, so too far forward, closed club face, hands active, left. Left is right, right is wrong though, always. How do you hit a ball on turf? Then, okay, how do you hit ball then turf? Because I hit turf then ball. Tobes, I got you. So what I try to focus on is this drill right here, where I take it to about parallel, make sure my club face matches spine angle, I break my trail arm down, transition the weight, and then I try to compress the ball as hard as I can. So here, here. I do that about 10 times. Then I go to about parallel with the arms. Do that same move about 10 times. Then I go all the way to the top and I hit that pause king all the way through. That is how. Work on getting your weight forward. Make sure I'm pulling down, not throwing my wrists at it. I don't want to cast like this. I want to pull down. Keep that hinge as I get to the bottom. 1.8 down, that's the goal. I'm at 26 right now. Sir, I'm a plus 1.8, but thank you. I appreciate it. Can you show us how to grip the club properly? For example, do you interlock fingers or baseball grip? Ew, baseball grip's gross, but I interlock like this, index pinky, trigger finger this index finger, keep that separation right here. It helps me manipulate the club face a little bit better. My right thumb overlays a little bit, and then I make sure that these V's that I create right here at the top are in between my shoulders. That's your goal. That's called a neutral grip. I subscribe, love your swing. Thank you. How do I stop breaking my wrist on the back swings? Focus on the shoulder turn, that is how. If I shoulder turn until I can't turn anymore, and then I just go straight up with the hands, that's your golf swing right there. Straight up and then pull down. Thank you, sir, of course. Subscribe for me. How can I maximize distance with my driver? Consistently at 220, but I feel like I'm going further. This is great, I got you. About to post a video on this, but I don't have a tee, so I'm gonna be the DOD king right now, but here's a couple examples. A lot of people create speed with their driver in the wrong spot, okay? So getting up here and then throwing right away, getting right here and just like fast. What we wanna feel is creating speed later in the swing, because I'll end up decelling as I get to right here. If I start too quick, I'm gonna be slowing down as I get to the ball. So I want to get here, let that club set, get to about here, fire. So here, let that club set, fire. Here, let that club set, fire. Here, let that club set, fire. Okay, so making sure that I'm creating speed, lag, fire. Also, no one can tell me I'm not the DOD king. Send them my way. I can carry 340 with a DOD. Appreciate the sub, thank you. Yeah, just create speed later in your swing, just like I explained. Yeah, of course. Hey man, I have a problem. I'm swinging straight, but the ball keeps going straight to the right. No curve, just a line. Face is wide open then. Adjust your grip. If you're struggling with club pace placement like that, or pushing it That's what it's called. I'm finishing here. Club face must be wide open. So feel that as I take the club away, club head, toe of the club head stays pointed somewhat towards the ground. Here, same thing here, same thing here, same thing here. Club face will stay closed the entire time. If you notice, my wrists aren't doing any of that, right? It's just my takeaway. Shoulders, keep that club face square, up, down, shoulders. DOD King. Telling you can't tell me otherwise, bro. No one could tell me otherwise. Thank you, yeah. And that's with you and DOD would be crazy. That's the goal, dude. Tell them to hit me up. What grip do you use when pitching from 80 30 yards in? I use the same grip for every swing. You should not be changing your grip. How can I improve my swing for straight shots? I want you to think there's like a hula hoop right here, right? So hula hoop, this goes straight because I'm shallowing and staying on that same plane the whole time, right? This would be a draw. Down, inside, inside. This would be a cut, outside, 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 almost a figure eight, right? Hula hoop, through, straight. Hula hoop, down in, draw. Hula hoop, outside. Outside is a cut. That's how. Visualize your club path. Can I buy you a driver, please? Yeah, you subscribe to me and YouTube starts paying me, I'll buy you a driver. How do you hit stingers with a 7-iron? Weight gets forward, finish the hands low, make sure that club face stays square. I'll show you though, just because your boy loves some stingers. Some stangers. Okay, here we go. Weight forward, slightly open stance. Finish the hands low, compress. Hands at rib height. Want to finish those hands at rib height. Making sure my chest stays turning. Down through. Boom. That's how you stang those things. Last ball of the day, just for another stanger. Down through. Killed him. Yes. 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 Put that in his trunk, dude. Do you shoulders or do use my shoulders or arms to swing? Do I? You use both, actually. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. How to hit ball, then turf. How to compress ball. I have a video on how to make compression tobes. Take a look at it. I'm 6'4". How wide should my stance be? I'm 6'6", not wider than mine. I stay about shoulder width. Right here. This is my normal setup for every iron. Looks like that. Yep. All right, everybody. It's been real. Drop a sub for me. Hit that follow button. Hit that thumbs up button. If you watch this entire time and you haven't subbed already, you're going to slice out the teeth for the rest of your life. Cursed. You just have been cursed. Everybody, follow. Hit that sub button. Help a brother grow. I'll continue to be live. I'll go live again tomorrow and help you guys with all of your golf questions. Thank you. And have a good rest of your day. Duff's Diary, out. Appreciate y'all.